Happy New Year to everyone. And of course, 2014 should be a very, very interesting year. Right now, as conference play gets ready to open up, everyone's in first place. Everybody's 0-0. So, to me, the race for the championship begins, and we're excited on our end. Our guys have really worked extremely hard in the non-conference to play where they're playing some consistent basketball, and we want to see there's going to be some carryover as we get into the SEC conference. We got some guys that are playing at a high level. Bobby Portis, a young guy who's, I tell you what, he's one of the hardest working kids that I've been around, and he wants to be a great player, and so he's putting the time in, and he's doing a tremendous job. Kai Madden, a guy that's been here for a couple of years, and now he's starting to really put things together, and you can see his little step on our basketball team as of late now. So a lot of guys that are doing some good things, and but all that goes out the window when you talk about going into conference play, because everyone else is starting, and the sense of urgency goes up, the intensity goes up, and but we're looking forward to it. We're playing an A&M team that I'm sure they played North Texas and got woke up, and they'll be ready. It'll be a great atmosphere.
Our first question is from Chip Howard of KZNE Radio and College Station.
Mike, I'm wondering if you could just give me some overall impressions of what you've seen from A&M so far.
Well, it's a team that, like a lot of us, are still kind of trying to find out, the identity. They've had some adversity to take place with some kids in and out, and got a lot of new faces. One of the faces that you're going to see, though, that's is leading them in assists is Caruso. He's a guy that has played well against us in both games last year. Courtney Roberson, you look at him. Those are the guys they're looking for them to lead those guys. And Fabian Harris is another guy, that kept him in the game when we played him here last year. But it's a team that just continued to add some new pieces, and of course, like all coaches, we're trying to get that consistency, game in and game out.
They've held their opponent defensively, and their defensive field goal percentage has been very good, near the top of the league. Obviously, you'd like to get out and create a little tempo. Would you speak to that, kind of the difference in styles, and especially the difficulty on the road of creating that kind of tempo that you like to have?
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a contrast in terms of tempo. They want to be patient, methodically, and pack the paint and make you shoot a lot of jump shots. They want to play physical and aggressive at the same time. So they want to really attack the glass on you, which can neutralize you from really running out. So, but we've got to create some tempo with our defense. That's been I think, been the standard for us this year. Our defense has really been intense at times, and we've done a good job of making people, hurrying them up, and making them take tough shots and rebound the basketball. And now we have some forwards that can really run the floor. And so I like this team. Our depth has been a big factor, and hopefully it's going to continue to be a big factor. But they've played well at home. A&M has played real well at home. Billy has done a good job. Like I say, they had to slip up with North Texas, but I look for a team that's going to come out and defend like they do, and try to get tempo again, control of the tempo. That's going to be a big key in this game.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next question is from David Pascal of the Chattanooga Times Free Press.
Hey, Coach, I know you probably hadn't had time to exactly go through the league and study everybody, but if you look at the league as a whole, the RPI numbers are way up compared to going into league play last year, and you got fewer teams outside the top 200. I think there were like 4 SEC teams outside the top 200 last year when league play started. Did you kind of sense last year that it was a young league and that the league could be a lot more improved this year?
It was a very young league, and when you look at it, when you had those players that were leaving out, you had a lot of new coaches that were coming in, and so now coaches are having an opportunity to bring in their players that fit what they're doing and to impact each and every one of their program. I mean, you look at what has taken place here with our guys. I mean, we've had a couple of recruiting classes, and now I think things are going in the right direction. The same way when you look at Tennessee with Kunzo. Even when you talk about Frank Martin, I mean, he had a wholesale way, some guys were leaving out, and so it takes time. And of course, we know Kentucky, year in and year out, they're going to have players. So But you can sense that it was going to be better, and I think we're in for a great race in this league this year with the teams. And if you look over the scope of college basketball, on any given night, it can be anybody's night to win. So therefore, it makes it interesting for the SEC. And I think you'll see some teams beating up on each other, some scores that are got to shock you. And so the key is you want to be consistent in what you do, and that's what we're working on, trying to be consistent.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next up is Nate Allen of the Nate Allen Sports Service.
I guess with a schedule with no true road game, do you feel the 3 games in Hawaii are enough as far as preparing to go on the road?
Well, I think we'll be ready to play. I mean, when you have good ball players, it don't matter where you play at. And of course it's going to be a tremendous test for us. We had a chance to go in Maui and play, and out of the confines of Bud Walton Arena, and I thought our guys, they played their hearts out. They continued to do the things that we asked them to do. Came up a little short, so hopefully it was a learning curve for us. But as we get ready to embark upon, SEC play, different year, different team. So I think we have some guys that hopefully will go out and continue to build on what has taken place. We got a lot of guys playing at a high level, and with good ball players, no matter where you play, you keep doing what you do, and that's hopefully is going to be the mindset of our team, and we won't change anything. We're going to play the way we play, and hopefully the things that are our strength will continue to be our strength, which I think our strength is our depth with this basketball team, quality depth.
Also, with Ricky Scott's kind of reemergence, because he's had his ups and downs, what kind of put him back in your rotation?
Well, it's a chemistry thing. I think when you look at your team, you're always trying to make sure to see how that car is going to perform, and if you can get the right pieces in there to get you started. And he's been one of those guys that coming out and giving us 4 or 5 minutes early. Great energy off the dribble. He's good defensively. He's pretty solid, and I think he's fighting a lot more this year. I didn't think he fought the first couple of years when things got going tough, whether it be in practice or in a game. I think we see him now. He's extending himself a lot more on the floor, and that goes with winning. I mean, you get enough guys that lay it out on the floor, then your chances of winning are pretty good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Next up is Jerry Tipton of the Lexington Herald-Leader.
Mike, you've touched on this a couple of times, but about depth. How does that impact the way you guys play, or how do you hope that it impacts the games that you're in?
Well, we're an attacking team, and so often defensively we're going to make people hopefully try to create some havoc and make them work. I think the plus side for our basketball team at this point this year is I think we're a little bit better at the rim. I didn't think last year, you take risk when you're trapping or you're putting pressure on people. You got to have some rim protectors back there, and I think now we got some guys that are more engaging to be that last line of defense, and so when you put that into effect, I think coming off the bench with a guy, let's say like Alandis Harris. I mean, this guy basically is a starter to me, but he comes in and gives us that physical presence, the toughness presence. So Moses Kinsey, who's a freshman that is playing at a high level. So what happens when guys come off the bench, your energy level kind of picks up. Kiko Hadar. So we got, I think, from a depth standpoint, to hopefully can continue the defensive pressure and the pressure of attacking, pushing the basketball in transition, and the versatility of our players lends itself where most teams are going to play about 6-7 guys, and so we want to get to the bench. We feel very confident about our bench.
Is 40 minutes of hell, is that back in full flower, do you hope?
I don't know if it's back to 40 minutes. It might be 30 minutes of hell, and I keep saying, man, 10 more minutes of what the hell we're doing. So we're trying to figure it out. I just think we're playing, I think, a style of basketball that our guys enjoy. And I think when you watch our team, they're playing with passion. They're playing together. They're sharing the basketball. They're trying to fix things on defense, and when they get tired, they're trusting their teammates to come in and keep the run going or keep things take things to another level. So we're trying to be the ultimate team.